Good morning and welcome back to my show. I'm really delighted. I've had about 870 views the past 4 days, and that's quite a good number of participation. And I'm glad that my videos have reached this far. And thank you very much. And please do share the resources with your fellow classmates, fellow mates, and friends and relatives. Thank you very much. Today, I would like to talk about technological literacy, which is considered as the sixth important skill as according to World Economic Forum list of skills in demand. Technological literacy, what does it mean? Technological literacy is trying to be aware of advancing technologies that are rapidly in motion. It is in a momentum. The tech landscape is on a day-to-day basis, moment by moment, there is a kind of a vast and rapid comprehensive change that is happening to this landscape, particularly in terms of disruptive technologies that have come to rule the roost. That is becoming very important. So we need to be very literate so that it helps us adapt to the changing tech landscape. The first and foremost thing that we need to understand here is to try and develop a very robust digital communication. Of course, we are all digit savvy. Of course, that is why viewing this video itself shows that you have developed this digital communication skill in a very advanced manner. But it doesn't stop there. It is trying to understand and exploit, maneuver, kind of move across very confidently and steadfastly in the digital landscape, trying to develop appropriate communication tools so that we become very digi-savvy. And digital communication, of course, is fueled by communicative intelligence. So we need to develop that special communication skills to navigate this particular digital landscape, evolving digital landscape. And technological literacy, in fact, will help us develop a very robust understanding as to what the landscape is and how to make use of it to our advantage. The second one is information literacy. We need to have this literacy because we need to be able to distinguish between information and misinformation. Today's world is polluted with a lot of misinformation. So we should be able to navigate using technology and being literate about information that is beneficial, useful, and relevant, rather than information that is being promoted as a propaganda and kind of providing a lot of disinformation. We should be able to navigate this in a very deft manner, and technological literacy would help us in doing so. If you are technologically literate, you are going to be very savvy in understanding what information that we require and navigate it accordingly and kind of access it appropriately. Then computer literacy, as we all know, this is something that everyone is. After the advent of smartphones, people are all becoming computer literate. They knew how to use smart devices, but not all. So computer literacy is trying to advance whatever skills that we have, trying to get adapted to any technology that comes in force, any kind of software or hardware that is in force, and try and adapt to it in a very adept manner. Then comes cybersecurity. It's not only adapting to the changing technology, but also be aware about the cybersecurity issues that are there around us. It's becoming a major threat. Lot of scams happen online. So one should be digitally literate to avoid being part of this, being a victim of this. There's no point in wearing a victimhood and saying that I didn't know. It's better to be literate and try to use it appropriately, and also use appropriate firewalls, and try and understand how to erect certain very important safeguards that could protect your data, your privacy, and also your information. So that is something very important. Then data literacy. We are in a data-driven world. Data is the new oil, and data is becoming the very important commodity in today's context. After big data and machine learning and AI-driven algorithms, data becomes very crucial. Data is becoming very costly also. So we should be literate as to understand what data that we require, how to access it, how to analyze it, how to evaluate it, and how to make informed decisions based on the available data. This is the literacy that I'm talking about. We should be able to access it, interpret in the light of what we understand and what we perceive, and see if it is going to be beneficial for us and use it for our benefit. This is something that we need to be very, very conscious of. Then comes digital citizenship. There is a kind of an ethical behavior that is required in the cyber world. Of course, we need to be very maintain the etiquette, maintain the discipline, maintain the poise that is required to be a digital citizen rather than being a victim of digital or victimizer of being in the digitized world. We should be following the rules accordingly. There is an ethical behavior that we need to follow. So technological literacy also helps us adopt this kind of behavior in the digital world. So that is something that we'll have to keep in mind. Then problem solving skills, definitely yes. If you are understanding technology better, you're going to solve problems quick and easy. That is the logic behind it. So understand the technology, be it STEM or arts and sciences stream or any other stream that has got no relation to technology. It's better to be a little aware of the technology that we are using, so that it helps us enhance our problem solving skills in a better way. Then media literacy. We need to have a critical stand about what the media says. Try and not imbibe, not assimilate information as it is, rather than adopt a critical stance so that we understand the information that is being provided to us and view it in the light of its usefulness and relevance to us rather than becoming a victim of information or misinformation. So this is something that we'll have to be very careful. And adaptability to new technology. So if you are tech savvy, if you are technologically literate, you adapt to new technologies in a much more efficient manner. So this technological landscape is evolving. It is evolving on a minute by minute basis. It's evolving like this. So it's better to adapt because technology has got a built-in obsoleteness. It's obsolete in a due course of time. The shelf life of a technology is becoming very, very less. So it's better to develop certain literacy in adapting to this changing, ever-changing landscape of technology. Then last but not least, but this is not for everyone, but coding and programming has become very friendly, user-friendly. Almost anyone with minimum understanding of coding and programming can develop rapidly. There are a lot of systems in place. There is software as a system for programming platforms that are there, and there are a lot of education platforms that provide a lot of technical skills in terms of programming and coding. It's better because it's better to adapt to algorithms, better to develop algorithms, better to understand the architecture of algorithms so that we understand the architecture of the technology to which it is integrated. So this is something that I wanted to tell you today, and I hope it has sounded useful. Thank you very much for your patience and hope to see you again. Thank you. And technological literacy is the sixth very important skill as according to World Economic Forum. Stay tuned. We'll discuss more. Thank you very much.